but the 1K I wanted to give Colby a chance to tell you about it, and then at the end we'll finish with Cody from Easton to tell you more details about the X10 Parallel Pro. These guys are subject matter experts. I'm just an ABT knuckle dragger. I want to talk to you guys about My Arrow, which we've made videos about for elk, Easton X10 Parallel Pro versus Ultraview's new 1K. This is going to be first looks. This is going to be head-to-head shooting. This is what I got in the mail. Comes like this. I will talk about price per arrow head-to-head in this video. So stay tuned for that. Towards the end, I'll probably do some numbers. UV 1K arrows. Okay, one shot, one kill. Is it spine aligned? I don't know. I don't see a spine alignment on there, but it could be label. This is stainless steel outsert, 75 grains. Some pretty crazy tight woven. And we have a wrap on the back with a proprietary UV veins. These are molded. You can see that indentation in there. The length, just under 3 inches. The height, about a ½ inch. 2-degree offset, I'm guessing. A knock bushing. I'm not sure which knock this is. So pretty much built for you, sent to your house. So if you're busy, have someone make your own arrows, that is good. Options, UV, Black Ovis, Arrow ID. My discount code does work, I believe, on Black Ovis. It's ElkShape 10% off, but they do a good job. I've been in-house and watched their arrow build area. Adams Precision Archery, they do a bang-up job. I think they're out of Florida. So if you're looking for someone to build your bougies and you don't want to have the time capacity, but I would encourage you to build your own if you can. Nobody cares as much as you do about your arrow. Let's figure out the FOC. Boop. And then I'm gonna use my little app on Archery Pal. FOC, 17.5 inches for the balance point. Now let's measure the whole shaft, that is throat of knock to the end of the shaft. 27.25, survey says. 16.6, here we go. 18, 26.5. FOC, 18%. Both are over 15% FOC. This is my bear shaft. So you see I have the electrical tape on the end. I always kind of keep one. I learned this from Nick Fisher of AEE. Go to elk camp, shoot your bear shaft at 20 yards if you don't want to tear up your target. Should be a bullseye. If it's not, something's wrong. This is a stainless podium. This is podium, 2-piece, titanium, 4 mil. And then you have the X10 Parallel Pro 300. And then I have an IP4 knock. This is the AE Hybrid HPs. You could add a wrap. I have some with a wrap, some without. This is my primary arrow. It is an iron will, single bevel, wide, 125 with bleeders. This is what I plan on shooting elk with. We have a fun video on should you use mechanicals. Go watch that video. The comments are good. I might even make a follow-up video to that because I'm still getting through all the comments, but it's a little heated, but it's good. I love passionate bow hunters, and if that's you, nothing but love. Even if we don't see things exactly eye to eye, I want us to still stay united, not divided. This is a 4.5 mil, so kind of a hybrid. This was made or sourced from Victory, which is definitely overseas. This is sourced in Easton, Salt Lake City, made in the States. This is UVs, new to the market. They look awesome. These are the AE Hybrid HPs. I like these. They seem to steer broadhead. 2-degree offset. This is, I don't even know, 5-degree offset. This is what you get with the Arizona Easy Mini Max. It's more than 3, let's say that. Knox IP4, not sure. Bushing or knock pin, no bushing. Titanium versus stainless steel. This is 75 grains, this is 60. I don't think anything else really fits this components wise, so you're very limited if you don't like what they have to offer. And then 100 grain versus a 125. That's these arrows. GPIs, 8.7 grain per inch, 9.5 grain per inch. Carbon weave, carbon bonded to alloy. Let's weigh them. 445, 448. All right, shooting them head to head. Here was my observations. Mainly interested in testing flight group. So did this solo shot in the evening. Thought they grouped together pretty well considering there are just a couple grain per inch differential, even though the FOC is different. In the X10 Parallel Pro, I have a higher FOC, and that's because I'm running 125 point plus a 60 grain component. Whereas With the 1K, I'm running, I guess, a 75 grain and 100 grain. So I got 175 up front total versus 185 grains on the X10.
Let's go.
Then I shot the next morning, several groups, and here's what I boiled it down to. I'm looking for both arrows group great. They kind of stick with each other. I was noticing as far as my sight tape's concerned, I couldn't get it to hit with my X10s past 90 yards. They seem to be higher. Could be something to do with their vanes or their configuration, less drag, most likely, but my crazy helical is dropping in, and obviously my sight tape reflects that, but they both did well.
Visionary. It's getting scary. You know it's true.
Price points. 6 of my arrows, this is not including tax and shipping, this is just straight up, is about $207 for 6 of my setup versus the 1K are $219. My arrows I built from start to finish. Their arrows will be built for you. You would just put in your arrow length, your spine, and it's shipped to you. My vanes, 3 vanes about 90 cents. My nocks about 80 cents. My component is $10 per. Fill points are $2 per, and the shaft's about $20 when you buy it in a dozen. So head to head, both are great options. I'm still obviously gonna run the Easton. I'm too far down the rabbit hole. Elk season's too close. This is what I've been shooting all year. This is what I've gained my confidence. But the 1K, I wanted to give Colby a chance to tell you about it from someone who helped develop it. And then at the end, we'll finish with Cody from Easton to tell you more details about the X10 Parallel Pro. These guys are subject matter experts. I'm just an ABT knuckle dragger who thinks about working hard and killing elk. Without further ado, Colby and Cody.
Alrighty guys, so I just got off the phone with Dan. He buzzed me real quick and he's like, hey man, you know, I just got a 6-pack of these 1Ks. I'm super interested in them. I think he's all right. He's doing what Dan does, right? He compares things. He gives you the truth. He shoots you straight. And you know, that's what I really like about his channel is he doesn't fill you full of any BS. And so he's like, I want a quick 5-minute snippet of you running through the 1K system, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with you guys right now. I assume you've probably seen some 1K content already, so I'll maybe get a little more detailed than this. What we did is we looked at everybody out there that was building their custom arrows. Everybody had, you know, whether you're a dealer and you're building custom arrows on weekends for, you know, customers walking into your shop, or if you're just a archery freak like all of us and you're just constantly building, you know, every 6 months you got a new build. We're like, wow, these people are buying arrows, immediately upgrading the outserts, immediately putting wraps on, sourcing the best vanes, you know, sourcing the best points. And we were like, how can we do all of that and then procure, you know, better materials and really make a shaft that is just so stand out. It is like, you know, dumping fuel on the bow hunter's passion. And that's really the genesis behind 1K. The core of 1K is the 1K carbon, believe it or not. Victory, obviously we partnered with Victory Archery on this arrow. Victory are awesome guys. And when we first came to them, we were toying around with, hey, we want this arrow system. We noticed that guys are doing all these custom builds. You know, they're immediately upgrading every component that they can. We want to give them the best thing they can possibly get and a whole system that was designed to just really work together. And it's, to my knowledge, the only arrow ever that's really been designed nock to point as if it was a standalone piece of equipment like a bow or a sight. You know, this whole thing was designed with every part in mind. But back to this 1K material. Victory's like, yeah, we've had this material, we've played around with it a lot, it performs crazy well, it looks great, you know, the recovery time is unmatched, so it works great with broadheads, it really tightens up your groups down range. So typically you see when you throw fixed blades on with practicing with field points, you know, your long range groups kind of start to open up. This will keep them tighter. And Victory's like, but it's a very expensive material to get your hands on, and there's not a lot of this material out there. So step one was working with Victory on procuring enough of this 1K material, even just to make a full line of arrows. And then the next step was, how can we make this so efficiently? How can we get the straightness, the run out, everything just so high that we can bring this to market and it's competitive with all of these custom arrow builds. And that's exactly what we did here with this 1K material. And a testament to that is out of the mandrel, straight out of the press, all of these shafts are 001. There is no shortness of V1, V3, V6. Everything is the ultra premium 001, ultra durable 1K material, super fast recovery rate. And a lot of our tests were seeing twice as fast as the closest comparative shaft. And everything was designed to work together down to the components, which I want to touch on a little bit here. They have a premium stainless steel core with a 7075 aluminum outsert. And you have to remember, this shaft is a 4.5 millimeter ID. So your inside diameter of the shaft is a little bit bigger, so that inside your core on this insert-outsert is a little thicker. So it's going to be much more durable than a standard 4 mil premium outsert. And the other benefit you get is this 1K material is such a standout material. The outside diameter is very comparable to a 4 millimeter arrow. It's hardly noticeably larger. And yet you see a sub 9 GPI on both the 300 and the 350 spines, which is really unheard of. So you're getting the lightweight GPI of a 5 mil, you're getting the ultra durable componentry of a 5 mil, while getting the micro size diameter and the penetration power of a 4 mil arrow, all baked into one shaft with a 1K carbon that is ideal for in-flight dynamics. It performs great with broadheads. I mean, the groups with these things, even just with field points, is ridiculously tight. The vanes, I know Dan, when I briefly spoke to him, he was like, man, I'm drooling over these vanes. What's the deal with these vanes? And they're injection molded. We were able to work in three dimensions in designing this vane, so it's got some deboss to it. It's an ultra premium material. I mean, from knock to point, nothing was overlooked. Everything was a dial that we cranked to 11, and we put the whole system in one box, so you can go from box to bow in seconds, and you know that you're getting an ultra premium, custom built arrow setup, as if you went through all of the homework and sourced the best components straight out of the box. And every single person, even some of my snobby arrow buddies who, I was really nervous what their thoughts were on this shaft, they shoot them and they see a significant difference in the performance, and we're seeing more and more every day that people are shocked with the performance of this 1K. So with that said, guys, I'm going to toss it back to Dan. And do your brother Dan a favor, guys. If you're not subscribed to his channel, I remember the first couple times I saw his stuff, I'm like, who is this guy? He's real. He doesn't fill you full of BS. He reached out to me personally to give you guys the lowdown on this shaft. You don't see that happen very often. He goes the extra mile. He puts the sweat equity in it. And so, it's super awesome to see people like him and everybody else who's just cares so much about this industry. We have a lot of respect for people like Dan in this industry. And so smash that subscribe button for him. And if you guys are interested in these 1K material and an arrow or the whole system, go to your local dealer, check out the website. These are they're a hot ticket item right now, so just keep your eye on them. I'm going to shoot back to you, Dan. Thank you for having me on.
ElkShape Nation, what's going on? I'm Cody with Easton Archery, and we're here at the Easton factory today where the X10 Parallel Pro is made. Come join us in the studio where we're going to do a deep dive on why this is the best hunting shaft on the market today. X10 Parallel Pro. You're probably thinking, what makes this arrow so unique? We're going to start off with the materials. The X10 Parallel Pro is built off of an aluminum core. Aluminum is very straight, it's very consistent, it's very easy to work with from a manufacturing standpoint, and it has great spine alignment. After the aluminum core, next we have a carbon layer that goes over top of that. You're asking, why are you going to put carbon over aluminum? It's simply because it's light and it's very strong. With aluminum, it's very straight and very consistent. We're taking the benefits of both and giving that to you in the X10 Parallel Pro. So you're getting a lightweight, very strong, very consistent arrow year in, year out. So after we've married these two materials together, next it goes through what we call the legendary X10 process. This process allows for perfect spine around shaft consistency. That means wherever you flex this arrow at, if you're shooting a 340,
it's going to hit 340 in every single location. So it's spine consistency all around the shaft. That means we don't have a high side. There's no reason to spine align our shafts because it's not there. It's uniformed all the way through, meaning better broadhead flight, better downrange accuracy, and just an overall better experience for the Western hunter. The X10 Parallel Pro is built off a 4mm platform. And you might ask, why do we choose 4mm and not 5 or anything else in between? And it's simply less wind drift, greater penetration, more downrange energy, and better accuracy at a distance. With those benefits, this is a great arrow for elk hunting, whitetail hunting, whatever you want to in North America. The X10 Parallel Pro is going to get it done. Next, let's talk about the components for the X10 Parallel Pro. It all starts with our match grade system. Our match grade half outs are available in a 55 grain, a 75 grain, a 100 grain, and a 150 grain. And you might ask, why so many? Why so many options? It's simply for tuning and versatility. It allows you to custom build the front half of this arrow to your liking. What really takes this system over the top is the alignment ring on the back end of this half out. This allows for better broadhead alignment. It allows for better half out alignment inside the shaft. Overall, better consistency and better accuracy downrange is what we're achieving with this. X10 Parallel Pro comes in 2 configurations. We have bare shafts for those that want to completely design their arrow and build it to their spec however they like. The other option is a fletch version, which we offer in 6-packs. The fletch version of the X10 Parallel Pro comes with a premium AE hybrid vane on the back. It's a little bit stiffer, it's a little bit quieter. What that means is better broadhead flight downrange for the Western hunter. This is helically fletched, so it gives you a little bit more control than your standard fletching. For more information, head to your local dealer or visit eastonarchery.com to find out why the X10 Parallel Pro is the best hunting arrow on the market today.
Hope you guys enjoyed not only Colby's perspective, Cody's perspective, my perspective. This is probably what I think like the best arrow on the market, which is why I'm running it, and I'm leaning into it hard this year. 4.5 versus 4 mil, and you know, ultimately you got to pick what arrow gives you the most confidence that you have tuned and that you can head to the field knowing that it's going to take care of business. It's going to do its job if you do yours. Separations in the preparation. Catch you on the next one.